Welcome to the Video Marketing Conversation, a video blog that brings you interviews with marketing innovators and insights to the latest trends and strategies for content marketing. I'm Scott Williford, CEO and founder of vLink Solutions, the video marketing authority. So this is our fourth segment with the B2B camp founders and leaders. So guys, when we broke off of our last segment, we were just talking about some of the cool technology that you guys implemented. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you used and how you pulled this thing off on such a low budget?
Sure, Scott. So obviously as the ops guy, and the affinity for marketing and technology, I kind of wanted to step into that. But we actually started with WordPress for, hosting the website. We needed a platform to collect the votes, and certainly we kind of looked toward the product camp folks and saw what they did, and user voice was the tool that we used there. We've since upgraded since then for that because we're going to need to. We also used Eventbrite to manage the tickets and the registrations and such. And during the session, which is one of the key elements, is how do you collect votes in real time? And we used a tool called Poll Everywhere, which allowed us to collect votes via tweets and text and online. It was very flexible and very real time. So it was.
We also had so for content we used 99 Designs, which is a crowdsourced model to create logos and things like that. We used WP Theme for the theme of our website. I think we've just moved over to a new one.
That's right.
Who's the new theme?
It's Evento, actually. So a little geared toward multi-city events.
And then obviously social. We're all over that, and YouTube.
Well, you create a LinkedIn group, and you've had a lot of people joining. That's how a lot of people are coming to it from other cities too, right?
Yeah, we use it as a post-event activity, so that's where people can continue the conversation that they had at the event.
Do we have a YouTube channel?
Yes, we do. We actually do. Yeah.
Well, now you're gonna have some content you can push there.
I know.
We have some of our testimonials there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my testimony. I mean, I gave a testimony. You did the little video
iPhone
That's right. Yep. Well, was that a tripod or whatever? I love the light stand. But anyway, so how do you guys pull this off on a shoestring budget?
Yeah.
How did you handle that? I mean, that's crazy.
The tools are, tools are out there, and the market has brought these things to business now, and so that's the biggest piece of it.
Yep, bits and pieces everywhere, and just putting it together, and that gives you the flexibility and opportunity to make things happen. So
one of the things that's interesting to me is that you were able to pull this off on such a low budget, but yet you had such quality content. And the value that the participants received, the attendees received, was just way worth. I mean, it was free. Right. You got a free lunch.
That's right. Literally, there is such thing as a free lunch.
Who says there's not?
Thank you. That means a lot. That's what we were going for.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, and I think the follow-up and the demand for other cities kind of did that. So I know that we talked about the future before, and I know that we were kind of diving in on some of the behind the scenes. So you guys are going to maintain this as a user-driven event.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. We all have our own day jobs, and so this is more of a passion that we like to continue to pursue. And since we've seen that others want to, extend our passion beyond Atlanta, we want to give them a platform to do that.
So if there's some other organizations that might be watching our show or wanting to do something like this in their industry, what's the don't do this, do this kind of thoughts that you guys might have?
I think the first thing is making sure that the people that you get on board are really passionate about it. And we're just three dudes, but we had a bunch of other people behind us that were supporting it, that were interested in it, and then the wildfire, just the word just spread because those people had great networks, and so we couldn't have done it without just passionate people around this subject. And these guys are awesome.
We had about 7 or 8 volunteers, manning the registration desk. So if you're going to do this, make sure you got a good team and a good volunteer base that really shares that passion.
Yeah, and don't try to control it. I mean, controlled chaos is fun, but it also allows for a lot of creativity and relevancy, which is so key.
So before the conference and after the conference, you guys met on a pretty regular schedule, yeah?
You know what? We actually only met in person maybe 2 or 3 times in about an 8-week period. Other than that, we get on the phone every Friday morning for 30 minutes, the group, and we would just power through the project plan, make sure everybody's got their task at hand.
One more technology, right? The go-to meetings and the base camps.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome that you guys were able to pull this off. I mean, it was really, really neat. And I just see the future of this thing just going crazy across the country. So we're going to go to Boston. I know we're going to come back to Atlanta. Do you have a date for Atlanta?
It's going to be in the fall, hopefully September, October timeframe. You know, there's a lot of events going on at that same time, so we've got to be selective. And but we're also keeping an eye out on the West Coast. Hopefully, we can get somebody in San Francisco to carry the torch out there, as well as Austin.
I was going to say Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
And one of the big things with Boston coming up is we've got an unbelievable speaker lined up who comes a little bit more from the sales perspective.
Yes.
And that's something that we wanted to do is, and one of the things that I'm so proud about with B2B Camp is it was really like half marketers and half salespeople. Right. And that's really the future of revenue generation is those two groups working together. And so we're doing a lot to bring those two sides of the company together in a room.
Yeah, and sometimes it's even competitors in the same room, but they're still acting like peers, and I love that. I love that. So, well, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to these segments about B2B Camp, and be sure to go to b2bcamp.com and learn more and ask it to come to your city. So thank you again for tuning in, and guys, thank you so much for being on the show.